All right, here we go. Wednesday evening, live in the upstate. This is First and Tim. However you may be listening, Spotify, YouTube channel. Hope you guys like and subscribe with the YouTube channel. Spotify, you can find it as well. Usually about midweek, I go ahead and choose my top 10 teams that I think were the best in week 3. So we'll go ahead and start with those tonight and get it done. All right, number 10, I got Minnesota. Don't sell your stock yet on the Vikings. I know everybody has said to me, you're crazy to pick the Vikings to win their division. I'm still sticking with it. But they have the Saints and the Bears coming up. They'll get really healthy. Their only loss is on the road to the Eagles, and that was on Monday night, and we knew they weren't going to win in that prime time with the quarterback record of Kirk Cousins. Now, their defense has some issues. They hired an offensive coach. They regressed offensively, and they're giving up 415 yards a game. Their schedule will lighten up, and that's why I got the Vikings at 10. Number 9, Rams. I have them lower because I think they're sloppy. They're missing their center. They downgraded a left tackle. Cam Akers fumbled the ball at the goal line, and Allen Robinson, as much as he tries, he's washed up. He can't get open. Van Jefferson, he's out for another month. They don't know when they're going to get him back. Stafford has thrown a lot of picks, but he also leads the league completing 72% of his throws. So Stafford gives you the penthouse and the outhouse. You get great, and then you get trouble. But they constantly give the ball away this year, 7 to be exact, through 3 games. They're too sloppy, and what they have in that organization, the head coach, is the reason they're winning games right now. They're just not right. But I have them in the top 10 with a lot of questions of what they're going to do moving forward. And that basically speaks with McVay and the organization. So I have the Rams at 9. Number 8, yes, I have Tampa Bay. I have them an inch behind the Rams, and I think they'll get really good. They're just not healthy. Here's why I say they'll be good. The Bucs have the number one scoring defense and the most takeaways in the NFL. So the side Brady doesn't play for is nails. They're going to be really good. They're going to be a top 3, top 4 team in the league. They just have to get healthy. I took them to beat Green Bay last week, but with Mike Evans out and then Julio was out as a game-time decision, if they were healthy and played, they would have beaten Green Bay. Missing Evans, Godwin, Jones. I mean, come on, man. You take away those 3 best receivers for a team and expect them to beat a competent quarterback with a competent team like Green Bay? Bucs are fine. They'll figure it out. Bucs at 8. 7, I like the Niners roster more. Niners offense has only 2 or 3 and outs all year long. That's the whole season. Lowest in the NFL. Also their defense. Only team holding opponents under 4 yards a play. They're stacked defensively. They're stacked with weapons. Now, I don't love their O-line, and Trent Williams is out. I would have had them lower, but their offensive line is influxed. But they have the Panthers and the Falcons after the Rams that they play on Monday Night Football. And I like their chances against the Rams. It's almost as a Buffalo-level roster. So 7 for the Niners is where I have them for this week. Number 6, Bengals got right. We all predicted it. They run more offensive plays than anybody in the league. They're top 10 in scoring defense. Burrow's last 2 games, 0 picks, 4 touchdowns. Now they have to run the ball better, and they're still making too many mistakes. We'll know a lot about them in the next few weeks. They got to play Thursday night with the weary, tired Dolphins and then the Ravens. So I'm a little high on them, but their second halves were dominant in the last 2 games, and they feel right to me. Weapons, quarterback, tackles, pass rush. This feels right to me. That's why I have the Bengals at 6. Number 5, now yes, I have to give the Dolphins credit. They're the only remaining undefeated AFC team. Here's the thing about Tua. Last 12 games, Miami is 11-1. They're winning games. You got to be productive as a quarterback. You got to win games. Now, they're going to Cincinnati. Short wink, I think they're in trouble. But I got to say, the first 3 games, Tua's passer rating, the only guy over 100. He's doing the Drew Brees thing. And he's got great weapons. So I don't think Miami is a championship team, but I picked them to make the playoffs. And it still looks like a playoff team to me. Number 4, I still think the Ravens are really good. I think they outplayed Miami. Their defense is struggling. A lot of that is on the back end because they have rookies, but they have the number 1 scoring offense in the league. They have 12 offensive touchdowns. They're opposite of what the New York Giants are. They get into the end zone, the Giants. The Ravens, they get into the end zone. Also, who leads the NFL in passer rating? Their quarterback, Lamar Jackson. So they're scuffing on the back end of their defense, and that's why I can't make them a top 3 team. They're a really explosive team, but they don't settle for field goals. They get in the red zone, they give you 7. Ravens at 4. Number 3, Kansas City. Most of the loss that they had this week was special teams. It was a disaster. They muffed a punt, they mixed an extra point, a fake field goal didn't work. They missed a 34-yard field goal, and that's why they lost the game. They had a bad special teams Sunday, but they had 10 offensive touchdowns. Only the Ravens and the Lions have more than that. They have the best sack differential, so they're getting to the opposing quarterback. They're fine. Special teams just took the game away. Kansas City at 3. Number 2, I have the Eagles. Number 1 in total offense, converting almost 49% of their third downs. Hurts is hard to defend. They move the sticks, pick up first downs, keeping your quarterback off the field. Here's the other thing I like. Hurts leads the NFL in passing yards per attempt. So I don't want to hear people tell me he's throwing underneath and playing it safe. He's slinging it down the field. Yards per attempt, yards per completion. The Eagles lead. This is a big play offense. Looks like how Cincinnati was this time last year, taking big swings downfield. And that's with a quarterback. Well, he's got accuracy issues. It's not an issue. They are a big play offense. Offensive line is great. Defense line is getting it done. They might have the best combination of the offensive line and defensive line in the NFL. Eagles at 2. Number 1, of course, Buffalo. They look. Buffalo's no joke. We know that. They won 20 of their last 28 games by blowouts. They're literally the Mike Tyson. Not much of a jab, but if you're not prepared, it's over in the second round. They've gained 77 first downs. They have the best point differential. They have the best passing offense. I don't love their O-line, and they're too Josh Allen-centric, in my opinion. But my eyes tell me that this is the best-looking roster in the league with an unbelievable quarterback. But they're so beat up defensively. They were missing 3 starters in the secondary. You had the Miami Heat. So you had less talented guys playing more snaps, and they were also missing 2 starters on the defensive line. So they were pretty thin going to Miami. When you go to Miami in September, you aren't facing the team, you're facing the heat and the conditions. And that's why I have Buffalo at 1. Okay, so Thursday night's game, I'll be able to catch some of it. I'll actually be at the South Carolina State game in Columbia. Thursday night football, you have Miami at Bengals. Now, Tua is dealing with some injuries. If you guys watched the game, he suffered they gave him through concussion protocol, but he did pass concussion protocol. I know the NFLPA thought Miami didn't play it right, but clearly he passed all the tests, otherwise they wouldn't put him on the team. Besides that, he has a back and an ankle injury as well. If I was Mike McDaniels and playing with the thought of resting him, it's a short week, I'd start Teddy Bridgewater. Ultimately, I think whatever they do, their defense was on the field for 90 plays in that heat. They're going to get blown up by the Bengals. Tua is the face of the franchise. I would rest him. I think I have them going by 10. I think that's what Fox Bet has. I'm trying to remember. So, all right, that's it tonight for this Wednesday night edition of First and Tim. Hope you guys stay safe. Have a good night. I will report back on Friday with my top 5 picks of the games for Sunday. If you live in the upstate, really, if you live South Carolina or part of Georgia or anything like that, you guys monitor the storm. Take care. Be smart. The governor is telling you to play it smart. So make sure you have our supplies ready. Go out there and get that milk and that bread, because, milk sandwiches, when the power goes out, you want a lot of water and milk sandwiches. I'm telling you, man, you got to get that. And then Monday, we'll all go for the toilet paper. It's just that common sense.